Welcome back, everyone. As a neurosurgeon who has practiced for 30 years, I've seen and experienced a lot when it comes to the brain, from both a hardware perspective and a software perspective. We are our brains. The better we understand it, the better we can function every day. But the brain may suffer trauma. It may suffer physical trauma, and it may suffer emotional trauma, or both at the same time. Over the 3 decades of practicing neurosurgery, I've seen much of both. I'd like to share with you today strategies which we can use to help us not only survive, but to thrive, with the goal of living a happy and content life while reducing anger and frustration. Today, we dive into happiness, contentment, anger, and frustration, and approaches to manage them by utilizing the processing power of our fascinating human brains. We'll discuss the brain's remarkable adaptability and how it shapes our pursuit of happiness and our contentment. We'll review 8 steps which we can take to enhance contentment in our daily lives, and we'll also cover 10 approaches to help with management and reduction of anger and frustration, fostering self-improvement through our own personal growth. Now, the human brain is truly an extraordinary collection of billions of nerves and trillions of connections. It's possibly the most complex machine that we are aware of in the universe, and it's capable of changing and of developing in response to our life experiences and our emotions. Now, this capacity for change, known as neuroplasticity, is a key factor in our quest for happiness. I'm Dr. Gary Kraus, a neurosurgeon and a founder of the Kraus TBI Institute in Houston, Texas. So please join with me today as we dive into the fascinating world of our brains, a universe within us, constantly evolving and shaping our experiences. I'm going to share with you some incredible insights about how our brain works and how it can be our ally in the quest for a lasting sense of happiness and contentment. So let's embark on this journey of understanding and embracing the power of our own minds. Now, as a note, this video is for educational purposes. If you or someone you know is experiencing personal medical or emotional concerns, it's best to seek individualized medical attention by seeing a physician, a psychiatrist, psychologist, therapist, or other medical provider. Philosophers and neuroscientists concur that happiness isn't just about obtaining what we want, but rather about appreciating what we already have. This idea aligns with the concept of a hedonic treadmill or hedonic adaptation, which assumes that people generally maintain a consistent level of happiness regardless of life's ups and downs. Now, to understand what we mean by the hedonic treadmill, let's analyze it as follows. We work hard for something. We get it. We're happy for a moment. And then we just want more. It's like binge watching a show, only to feel empty when it's over. The good news, understanding this can actually help us hop off that treadmill and find genuine, lasting joy. Now, studies in neuroscience have demonstrated that our life experiences can mold our brain and alter our nervous system in significant ways. This implies that we have the power to forge new neural connections that lead to feelings of compassion, gratitude, and joy, rather than anxiety, fear, and sadness. Engaging in mindfulness and meditation can have profound impact on our social and our emotional well-being. It encourages lifelong personal development, and it enhances our sense of happiness and fulfillment. The philosophy of contentment emphasizes that true satisfaction arises from accepting our life situations as they are. Understanding they are uniquely ours, it involves being at peace with our past, with our present, and with our future. Recognizing that we have the control over many aspects of our lives. This form of contentment is not reliant on external circumstances, but but rather on our own internal mindset. So how do we achieve this? Through practices like mindfulness and meditation, we can impact our social and our emotional well-being. We can encourage personal growth, and we can enhance our personal fulfillment. So the philosophy of contentment teaches us that true satisfaction comes from accepting our lives as it is, being at peace with our past, present, and future. So to sum this up, our brain's adaptability enables us to nurture our own sense of well-being. And by adapting this mindset that happiness stems from contentment within our current possessions and circumstances, we can train our brains to experience enduring happiness and enduring contentment. Achieving this state of mind takes deliberate effort and practice, but it can lead to a more resilient and positive perspective on our lives. And just as we can learn to play a new musical instrument or we can learn a new hobby, we can practice and learn many of the techniques which we're going to discuss today. Initially, like with learning anything, progress may be slow, but with consistency and time, the rewards will be worth the efforts. Cultivating contentment in our daily lives can be achieved through various practical methods. I'm going to discuss 8 with you here today. Number 1, focus on the present. Shift your focus to the positives in the current situation. Don't dwell on the past or worry about the future. By appreciating what you have right now, you can cultivate contentment. Number 2, practice mindfulness and meditation. These practices bring a greater sense of inner calm, contentment, and happiness. They allow us to bring compassionate, non-judgmental awareness to our thoughts and feelings. Mindfulness, what is it? Mindfulness, it's the practice of being fully present and engaged in the moment, aware of your thoughts and your feelings without judgment. It involves a conscious effort to focus one's attention on the here and the now, acknowledging and accepting one's bodily sensations, thoughts, and your feelings. This practice is often cultivated through meditation, where one learns to observe thoughts and emotions as they arise without getting caught up in them. Mindfulness can lead to reduced stress, enhanced emotional regulation, and it can also lead to a greater sense of calm and clarity in everyday life. We might even focus on ourselves through deep breathing techniques or thinking of pleasant thoughts or listening to a calm piece of music. Now, as a neurosurgeon, I've treated many patients who have suffered traumatic brain injury. Many of them are experiencing significant physical, emotional, and behavioral consequences, not only from the injury itself, but from the limitations which they are suffering after the injury, and the impact that these have on their own lives, their relationships with their family, and their friends and their employers. They might experience depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, which we also know as PTSD. I found that patients who are mindful, whether they accomplish this through meditation, yoga, religious practices, journaling, or others, often experience significant benefits which help to ease them through these very stressful times. Now, I've got a question for you regarding mindfulness. Can you share with me, my fellow viewers and comrades in our community, a personal experience where mindfulness or meditation might have significantly impacted your emotional well-being? Please leave your comments if you're comfortable to do so. I know that this will help others, and it helps all of us to learn from each other and grow as a community. Now, getting back, third point, express gratitude. Regularly acknowledge what you're thankful for. This simple act can improve your mood and your overall well-being. Consider keeping a gratitude journal or sharing your gratitude with loved ones. Number 4, find joy in simple things. Find the time to appreciate the small pleasures in life, whether it's spending time with loved ones, reading a book, viewing a miraculous sunset, or enjoying a walk. These simple joys contribute significantly to your sense of contentment. Number 5, practice self-care. Prioritize your own physical, mental, and emotional health. Engage in activities that bring you joy and that help you relax. Remember, you deserve it. Number 6, let go of comparison. What do I mean? Your journey is unique, my friends. Comparing yourself to others only leads to discontentment. Focus on your own progress and your own accomplishments. Set small goals for yourself and feel the sense of internal satisfaction and pride by accomplishing them. Number 7, acknowledge your emotions. Accept and express your feelings without judgment. This allows you to navigate through life with more ease and more resilience. You're entitled to have your feelings, and your mind and body are speaking to you. Listen to them. And last, number 8, cultivate gratitude. Infuse gratitude into every aspect of your day. Train your brain to see the world with a grateful perspective. It truly is transformative. Now I've got a question for you. What are 3 things that you're grateful for today? And how does gratitude affect your mood? If you feel comfortable to do so, please leave your comments below. So remember, cultivating contentment is a journey. It requires commitment and practice. But by implementing these strategies into your daily routine, you can gradually foster a sense of contentment that positively impacts all aspects of your life. Next, let's go over and shift gears a bit. We're going to talk about the brain's capacity to adapt. We're going to talk about its physical, chemical, cognitive, emotional, and behavioral aspects. The brain's capacity to adapt and foster happiness within each of us is a remarkable process, and it involves several key mechanisms, including neuroplasticity, the production of specific neurotransmitters, and the cultivation of positive thinking. First, neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is a term to describe the brain's unique ability to restructure itself by creating new neural connections throughout our lives. This allows the brain's nerve cells or neurons to adapt to new situations, or adapt to changes in the environment, or even recover or adapt and compensate for injuries. This means that with deliberate effort and training, we can essentially reshape and compensate the neural structures and pathways that govern our emotions, thoughts, and responses, leading us to experience more positive emotions like happiness. When I discuss with patients the concept of neuroplasticity, I have to emphasize that it is experience-based. Now, what do I mean by that? The plasticity of the brain is best enhanced by our mind and our bodies going through experiences. As an example, I can't learn to play tennis by just simply reading a book or watching it on YouTube. I have to have a racket in my hand, swing at the ball, make mistakes, and learn from them. This repetitive process creates neuroplasticity within the brain. Sometimes we think of the term muscle memory as if our muscles remembered how to perform a certain task. In reality, the muscles don't have any memory. It's the brain which undergoes neuroplastic changes which enables us to learn. Neurotransmitters. Certain neurotransmitters, which are chemical messengers in the brain and critical for nerves in the brain to talk to each other, are linked to feelings of happiness. These neurotransmitters include dopamine, which boosts feelings of happiness, and serotonin. Low levels of these neurotransmitters are linked to depression. Now, by participating in activities that stimulate the release of these neurotransmitters, such as exercise or enjoyable experiences, we can enhance our feelings of happiness. Next, positive thinking and mindfulness. Regular practice of positive thinking and mindfulness can also contribute to happiness. By consciously focusing on the positive aspects of life, we can counterbalance the brain's natural tendencies to focus on negatives, promoting a sense of happiness. Mindfulness meditation has been shown to influence the brain's plasticity and may affect the hippocampus, a part of the brain crucial for learning, memory, and emotion. Next, hedonic adaptation. This is the tendency of humans to quickly return to a somewhat stable level of happiness despite a major positive or negative event in their lives. Understanding this concept can help individuals maintain a consistent level of happiness. So, in summary, the brain's capacity to adapt and foster happiness involves a complex interplay of neuroplasticity, neurotransmitter activity, and the cultivation of positive thinking and mindfulness. By understanding these processes, we can take active steps to enhance our own happiness. Now, the next important topic I'd like to discuss is the flip side of happiness, anger and frustrations, and go over 10 steps that we can do to help with this on a daily basis. But before I do, I have a question. I'd like to ask each of you, and if you feel free to do so, please comment in the comments below. What strategies have you found effective in managing and reducing feelings of anger and frustration? Now, I'll discuss some strategies. Managing anger and frustration involves a combination of cognitive strategies, physical activities, and mindfulness techniques. Here are 10 strategies that I'd like to go over. First, self-awareness. Recognize and understand your triggers. This can help you anticipate situations that might provoke anger and also provoke frustration and help you prepare for them. Second, relaxation techniques. Practice deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, and visualization of calming scenarios to help reduce your own anger and stress. Third, physical activity. Regular exercise can help regulate stress and adrenaline, and it helps provide a healthy outlet for pent-up energy. Fourth, cognitive restructuring. Change the way you think about situations that make you angry. Try to replace negative thoughts with more positive ones. Fifth, mindfulness and positive thinking. Focus on the present moment without judgment. Consciously shift your attitude to be more positive. Number 6, problem solving. If your anger or frustration is caused by a problem, work on finding a solution. Number 7, communication skills. Improve your ability to express your feelings and needs clearly and directly without becoming aggressive or violent. Number 8, avoid rumination. Try not to dwell on things that make you angry. Instead, distract yourself with other activities or thoughts. Number 9, journaling. Write about your feelings. That can help you process them and reduce anger. And number 10, and this is important, professional help. If your anger feels uncontrollable or is causing problems in your life, consider seeking help from a mental health professional. Remember, it's normal to feel anger and frustration from time to time. The goal of these strategies is not to eliminate these emotions, but to manage them in a healthy way. I have another question for you, my viewers. How do you plan to apply the insights from this video in your daily routine to enhance your life's happiness and contentment? Please leave your comments below, as they help me and they help our community to learn better strategies to deal with the everyday challenges of life. So thank you for joining me on this exploration of the mind and happiness. I encourage you to start incorporating these practices into your daily routine. Embrace the journey of contentment and watch how it positively transforms your life. Keep exploring the incredible capabilities of your brain and the endless possibilities it holds for a happier, more content life. Thank you for joining me today. If this resonated with you or sparked a little joy, give a thumbs up, please, and subscribe to the channel for more thoughtful adventures, and share this with someone who you think could use a smile. Don't forget to share your comments below. They help us learn from one another, and although I try to provide insight into neuroscience and topics about the brain, the value which each of you bring to each other by sharing your thoughts with each other in our community is immense. Until next time, let's keep fully harnessing the power of the beautiful brain which we've been given. And remember, the art of happiness is just a thought away. So my friends, stay positive, stay optimistic, stay curious, stay appreciative, stay dedicated, and stay safe. I look forward to seeing you soon, and thanks for watching.